And this is a follow-up video to the swap that I had been talking about that I thought that we could start in April. If you didn't get the backstory to this swap, I'll put a link to the video that I put previously that explains in more detail my thought process for this swap. This swap is basically, I mean, swap. This video is basically to um, explain more of the details as far as the swap is concerned when it comes to mailing and how to make it and dimensions and things like that. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sending um, a postcard, and we're going to do the postcard probably on the 1st, and the letter we're going to do on the 15th. You do not have to join all the swaps. You do not have to do the card and, in the same month, do the letter. You do not have to do that at all. The partners are going to be random like we normally do our swaps, so you will not be swapping with the same person all the time. So that means you're not committed to do this every month or every other week. Like with some swaps, though, if there's a limited amount, you may get the same partner every once in a while, but you will not have the same partner all the time. Now, when it comes to the postcards, there's a definite size we need to stick with. The postcards cannot be any larger than 6 by 4. They can be smaller, but they cannot be any bigger. The reason for that is that we are going to be making either a book or a box or something that these are going to go into. And if you decide to make some big old, long thing or a big old square thing, it's not going to fit into, what we're going to create later to put these cards into and the letters. So no bigger than 4 by 6. All right. When it comes to the letters that we're going to send, here we go. The standard size, of an envelope that a letter can be sent in. There's the sizes that a lot of cards are, mailed in, various sizes. This size, no, not this big. Again, because it's not going to fit. Like, for instance, here's the size of this book. It's not going to fit. Here is the size of another book that has these cards and letters. Not going to fit. This, too. This has, look, not going to fit. So if you're saying, well, God, you're getting so picky about the sizes. Yes, I'm being picky because I'm thinking ahead. We want the stuff to fit somewhere. All right, so no. Yes. So, and you can make your own envelope if you want. If you say, well, I don't have those sizes of envelopes, you can make your envelope. I made, let's see, where's the one I made? I made this one right here. It was just made from a book page. And then I put napkins and different things. I'm still going to come back and maybe put some color and, make it kind of cute and doodaddy, right? So make sure your envelopes are not this big, okay? Now, the postcards, I made them out of a variety of things. Like this is just some cardboard. And you can put some white paper or you can paint it or whatever you want to do to put the address on it. They're in the files in the group. I have a couple of postcards that you can print out that you can glue to the back. or print it out on cardstock and then do your collaging and your artwork in the front. So feel free to use those. These are old game cards. I forget the name of the game, but I had a bunch of these, and so this is a pretty good size for that. And again, different kinds of cardboard. This is cardstock. This just has napkins. So if you think you're not artistic, I can't draw, I can't paint, that's okay. You can make something pretty, with the napkins and do some kind of collage. And this has various things. So that's kind of, how you can approach making the cards. Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. So now we've got the sizes of the postcards and of the letters and what not to use. Okay. So you say, okay, well, I got that straight. What exactly are we doing now? I'm glad you asked. We are creating a correspondence between two people. They're sisters. And it's going to be whimsical. And it's going to be more fanciful than, reality. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give a prompt. It's just going to be a word for the postcard. And the reason I'm doing a prompt for the postcard each month and the letter each month is so that there'll be some kind of continuity along the storyline. So instead of, because we're not swapping with the same person. So they may be going somewhere and doing something, and then someone else, you get the next one in the letter, and it's just kind of goofy. It's just like, what's going on here? So we have to have a little bit of continuity. And so I'm going to give a word prompts, and all you have to do is insert that word. Now, for instance, on this one, where did that one go? The one I made. Here we go. Like for this one, I was thinking, okay, if I put the word Corsica, which is a country, right? Then everyone that wrote the postcard that particular swap date, you would have to put the word Corsica in any way that you want it to fit. And that way there would be that continuity in the storyline. Like for here, I put the information received from Dr. Jenkins has brought me to Corsica. I will let you know what I find. You may say, in using the word, I don't want to go to Corsica. It's too far away and I don't have the money. I'll let you know what I decide to do later. Something like that. But it's going to carry a storyline. Then when it comes to the letter, there'll be another word and that will follow through into the letter. Once we get rolling, you're going to see how it will, it will all come together. Trust me. If it doesn't, oh my God. No, but it will. It will. It'll come together. Now, the reason we're doing this is because we need to stay put. We don't need to be running around. We don't need to be going to the post office. We don't need to be doing any of that. We've all got cardstock or cardboard or something. We all have something. And we've got stashes of all kinds of things we don't even know what to do with. So I know you have everything to make a letter, write a letter, and make a postcard. Now, this is very, very important, and I really, really want your cooperation. This postcard needs to be sent as a postcard. I don't care if your partner says, oh, go ahead, put it in a letter. No. This swap is so that it has postage, it's been somewhere, and it's all part of the storyline. You need to mail the postcard. Another reason I want you to mail it is because we are not including any happy mail in these swaps. None whatsoever. If you want to give happy mail to somebody, do it separate. Do it on your own time, not with this swap. We are going to keep the postage low. We want everyone to be a part of this. We don't want anyone to feel bad if they don't have anything to include In Happy Mail, this is strictly a swap. We want creativity. We don't want Happy Mail. All right? Put your effort in the creativity of the postcard and your letter. So that's the first thing. Mail this as a postcard. Second, you're going to be decorating. Whoops, don't show you that because that's the wrong one. You're going to be decorating your envelopes in any way you want. You can paint them, you can draw on them, you can glue on them, you can collage on them, whatever you want to do. Let's see some examples here of some of the envelopes and how they were decorated. Well, you can see this one looks like it's maybe painted. This has collage on it. This has some designs on this envelope. And you can see the different things he did. And you can have it as elaborate or as simple as you want. It's just a reflection of you and the way you want to express your art. Now, after you finish your envelope, the only thing that goes in here is one page. One page, and that is it. For instance, one copy paper. Nothing else can go in here. You can write on it, you can draw on it, you can paint on it, you can do whatever you want on it, but you cannot send any more than one. No Happy Mail in here. Fold it up, put it in the envelope, and mail it. That's going to require one postage stamp. All right? No Happy Mail. You mail this out, and then that's going to be what we're going to be collecting to put into our either a box or a journal or whatever it is that we're doing. I really need your cooperation because this is the only way it's going to work. If people have to be going out to the post office and getting it weighed and all of this, it just completely defeats the purpose of why I'm initiating this type of a swap in the first place. So I really, really want your cooperation. If you think you can't cooperate, please do not join the swap because we want everyone to feel comfortable that joins and be on the same page as far as what's being swapped and what's not being swapped. And I really want to emphasize that because I've done other swaps and asked people not to put Happy Mail, and they still put Happy Mail. So that's why I'm being kind of, snarky. Okay. Now, in the letter, we're going to have another prompt of a word, and you can put anything in the letter. It can be as long as short, whatever you want. And it's basically in response to the postcard you got. That person is going to mention Corsica. Whatever that person said, then you can mention Corsica in your letter if you want, plus the prompt word that I'm going to give for the letter. I know this is sounding maybe a little confusing, but it's really super simple. Trust me. It's real simple once we get going. It just kind of, maybe I'm just not explaining it well, but we'll work together. It's just really important. Postcard, mail it, letter, envelope, nothing else. That's the most important thing right now that we have straight in our head. All right. I think that's it. We're going to do them on the 1st and we're going to do them on the 15th. And for the foreseeable future, we're not going to be doing the flowish journals because, again, that requires us to go to the post office and get things weighed. When things change and they're allowing us to be more mobile, then we'll reinstitute, other back into swaps that, require us to go in and get things weighed. So I think this will be a good way to concentrate, on something a little more positive, something kind of different maybe for some of you that you haven't done before, but I think it can be a lot of fun. Seriously, I really do. So if you didn't see the first video, please go back and see what it is we're doing. And I'll put the link down. We'll put all the links together there in the files. And feel free to ask any questions. I might go live sometime on the first to answer some of the questions you might have. And if you don't have too many questions, well, maybe I can just answer them there if you ask them there where I put up the swap. Well, I'll play it by ear and see what goes on. Okay, I'm not sure if I made it real clear, but I just didn't want to make it too complicated and get too long-winded. This video is already too long. All right. Okay, just remember this. No too big. Yes. Yes. 1 page. All right. Okay. Sorry to be such a bossy head. All right. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. Okay. Thank you, ladies.